A Spanish media watchdog group releases a new study claiming that Univision and Telemundo are adding a liberal slant to more than 50% of their stories about domestic policies in the U.S. The group says over the past few months, the stations have been spending most of their airtime covering stories about the new health care law and even went as far as promoting Obamacare sign-ups across the country. One American News correspondent, Augusta Cassada, has more from Washington.
Univision and Telemundo play a major role in shaping political opinion, particularly among Latino voters. And a lot of what they're hearing leans left. A new study by the Media Research Center shows a 6-to-1 liberal slant when it comes to stories on domestic policy. So the group has now launched MRC Latino, the first Spanish-language conservative watchdog media group. One American News spoke with Ken Oliver-Méndez, head of the project.
Certainly what popped out in this study of 4 months of coverage on Univision and Telemundo was the alliance of both networks, unfortunately, with the administration in actively promoting Obamacare enrollment in the editorial content of the newscast.
MRC claims Telemundo and Univision are failing to live up to the most basic journalistic standard: report the news without partisan slant. At the group's kickoff launch at the Newseum in Washington, Senator Paul pressed supporters to communicate the conservative message to Spanish-language television audiences. Oliver-Méndez notes that most Hispanics naturally lean conservative.
The latest polling by Pew shows that more Latinos self-identify as conservatives than liberals. So this is a huge segment that needs to be represented. Long term, we hope to see more balance in the news, and we hope to see more conservative voices out there in Spanish language media throughout the country. And short term, we'll be meeting with these networks and confronting them really with these results and beginning to work with them to see how they can improve and conservatives can improve as well.
The Media Research Center is fully aware that Hispanics make up an ever-increasing percentage of the voter population. So this is an effort by conservative groups like MRC to make a stronger effort in reaching out to those communities. MRC Latino's goal is to hold these left-leaning networks accountable and, in the process, fight for the hearts and minds of the critical Hispanic vote. Augusta Cassada, One American News, Washington.
Officials in North Carolina are investigating hundreds of potential cases of voter fraud during the 2012 election.